Hey y'all, welcome to Streaming Matters. You see I got a little intro going on there. I knocked that up in about 2 minutes, so hopefully that was cool enough. Thanks to Jug for showing me some of that stuff on how to set that up. So this one we're gonna try out StreamYard, give it a shot. Paid for a month. We'll see. We'll see how this all works out. So, and they had my time zone wrong. I didn't see it when I looked. It was on Pacific time. So when I set it up and I set it for 5 p.m., which is Eastern Standard Time, it gave it as Pacific because someone said it's not for 3 more hours. And I looked, and it was on Pacific time. So hey, Marvin, Redneck, Mandy, thanks, Pandy, Patty, and Hippie Girl. Thanks, Tara, for coming on, bud. And
No problem.
Next Level Tech should be by. My show won't be that long today. We're going to be about an hour. I've got going out tonight. My buddy wants to go over to the brewery, so we're going to go by there and hang out. Again, thanks to Jug and Donnie for coming on earlier. I was doing some testing, so some of you may have seen I did a video. It was just bullshit, and we weren't even doing nothing. Yes, Kara, this is this live? Yes, it's live. So, hey, if I'm only gonna be for an hour, so if anybody would like to come on, let me know. I can give you a link, and you're welcome to join. I don't have a major news going on. I don't know. I know Terror has been working on a skin, and he can talk about that some. And then when Next Level comes on, if he's got some things that he's been working on, we can talk about that. But Blue will not be on. She's having computer problems. And Mr. Carl said that he didn't know if he was going to be able to be on. And let me, Mr. Carl, I will just send this to you in case you're able to come on. You can, but just send you the link. So what's going on with you, Mr. Terror?
Oh, not much. Dragging through the last couple of hours of work here. Decided to close my door and sneak on for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, like, what do you do for a living? Are you willing to say what you'd like to do for a living?
Yeah, I don't mind. I do electrical and instrumentation in the oil field in northern Alberta, Canada.
Oh, so working out in the energy
industry. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you really a butcher?
I am a butcher. Actually, I'm not a butcher. I'm actually a meat cutter. A butcher, to clarify between the two, a butcher is someone that you would take your whole cow, your whole hog, and people will kill it, dress it, get it all set up. I'm a meat cutter, which means the stuff we get in is in smaller pieces. Of course, it's not the sides or the quarters as a butcher would get. They're in smaller, the shoulder, the ribeye, the short loins, the smaller cuts, and we make them more presentable for the general public. You've got more meat cutters out there than you have butchers. Butchers is a real small thing. And there's that butcher show, and I actually watched that last week. I don't know if you've seen that. It's available. It was out on the History Channel, and it's called Butcher. And it's one of those reality contests, and they have to do certain things. You know, kind of those chef shows. You know how they have those chef shows? It's kind of like that. It's where you have to go through, and they had to like cut the hog down the middle and then get as many cuts out of it and stuff like that. And then they had to cut a 6-inch fillet, and it had to be a perfect fillet in exactly 6 ounces by eye. So it's it is a neat idea. So yeah, but I've been doing this line of work since 1986. So
yeah, that's a bit, eh?
Yeah, that's a long time. And I run my own department. I work for a large grocery chain, and I'd say we're a higher end. Our store is a higher end grocery store. So we are. If anybody's been in the States and have seen Publix or Wegmans or some of those other, mostly Publix would be the closest that we would be compared to. In the high end grocery store, we're not selling much of the low end stuff. We want that high end stuff where we have the service cases, and everything is big and thick, and our customer base does not mind dropping $100 just on meat. So that's been doing that. I've been running that, been doing that for since 1990 that I was running departments. So, and now I'm in I don't know, top 4 in profit. I'm in the top 4 for our whole company of 200 stores.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, so it does well. Hey, Mr. O'Neill, how you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Nice to see you on. I don't know. I guess you've saw it in the video. We probably won't be real long.
Yeah. So I'm only popping on for a few minutes.
Wow.
You know what's going on with me at the moment, so I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
ducking and diving.
Ducking and diving, dodging. If you can dodge a wrench.
Dumpster diving.
Diane, yes, we do. We do freshly ground beef as well as make our own cheeseburgers. We do the kebabs. I wonder if I can post a picture in here. I'm trying to think where I've sent to Blue, like our service case. I don't know if I can say it in here. I mean, because when we do our service case, it's funny because I went and seen Blue, and I go into her. She went into one of her grocery stores, and they had the service case, the glass case where it's got the meat in there. And I'm looking at it, and they have a pan. It's like a long pan, and they had filet mignons. It had like 4 or 5 on this long pan, about like this. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, where's all the rest of the steaks? So I'm looking at all these, just barely anything in there. And I send her a picture. I'm like, well, this is what my service case looks like when we set it up. And it's pan to pan to pan, like everything is stacked up, and everything is 2 to 3 layers high. So it is nothing but just pure meat all the way across. Kebabs, cheeseburgers, steaks. I mean, all of our steaks are about this thick. Pork chops, bone-in ribeyes, bone-in pork chops, chicken kebabs, marinated chicken, stuffed pork chops. And I mean, it's just loaded up. And I'm walking down that counter at her store. I'm like, they need to put some meat in here. I said, my company would have a fit. If they walked in and that was it, they'd be like, you're closing up? I mean, why is this empty? I mean, you sell it when it's full. When it's full, it looks good, people are going to buy it. When you have just a little bit of stuff, people think something's wrong with it.
So what we're establishing is that there's not a lot going on in the streaming community at the moment.
Yeah, there's like not much at all.
It's been really quiet, hasn't it, recently? I mean, it's just been so quiet. I don't know what's happening. I genuinely don't know anything at the moment.
Hey, hold on a second. Hey, I got a tornado warning. So if all of a sudden Dab's show goes out, it could be a tornado just rolled through.
Do you get many of those?
So how do you get tornado warnings?
It just can't. Didn't you hear that thing on my phone went off?
Is that what that is?
That was public service announcement that says a tornado warning has been spotted in your area. So yeah. So I'm just for our county. Yeah. Well, what do you know?
So we're going to see people like Helen Hunt driving around in a big 4x4 with a machine on the back trying to capture it.
Yeah, well, no, you won't see that here. Because if you go out into the prairies, you'd see it. So yeah, that's some interesting news. Hey, that's the news happening right now. Is there's a tornado warning? Yeah. So, well, that's over in Greensboro, so I'm okay. So. I live over here, and the tornadoes look like it's over here. So that's moving that way. I'm okay. So that looks like
weather is important.
Yeah, weather matters. So yeah, it looks like it's northwest of me moving to the north. So I think I'm gonna be okay.
So
but yeah, it's gonna come right
telling us is that public service announcement is shite.
Well, it's for the whole county. It is in this county, so yeah. Well, it is what it is, you know.
It's one thing I like about northern Alberta. We don't get tornadoes. We don't get earthquakes. We just get fucking cold.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, you guys. I don't know if I could handle it. I'm a meteorologist now. See, so that's what you get here. You You get all kinds of stuff. This is a tornado. There was a couple weeks ago we had tornadoes. It was all, they were all over the place for about 2 hours. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's I'm a meteorologist now, and that's the thing. We get the heat. Earlier, it would be up in the hundreds Fahrenheit. We don't get very much snow. We do get hurricanes, and we get tornadoes, and they're called tornadoes, not tornadoes. Tornadoes. That's a tornado right there. So, so yeah, it is what it is. It's not that bad. It's not for me, so I'm okay. It's headed. Oh, that's over towards Witsit, which is that's north of me, so I'm okay. So yeah, we get all fine, and there's really not much going on. And the only there really is no drama.
Everything's really quiet at the moment. All the IPTV providers are quiet because football season's over in the UK, so there's nothing happening at the moment. They're all taking stock of all the EPL blocks and seeing what they can do, and you'll start to see some new VPN providers appearing. There's going to be a lot of people sort of taking white labels on VPNs now to try and get past the EPL blocks. Other than that, there's nothing going on. I've genuinely seen nothing from streaming as a whole. And I don't, because I'm about as interested in Cody as I am in getting knocked over by a bus these days. Apart from, using it. I mean, supporting it and doing all the stuff that I do with it, I'm fine with. But like using it, I don't even watch anything. I've currently got Netflix on pause at the moment because I'm watching Suits. And
Suits, yeah. Oh, you like that one?
I do. Donna is my favorite.
Mm-hmm. There hasn't been a redhead. I have seen a couple new VPNs pop up on some ones I'd never heard of. I've seen some, where it's like, hey, get this for 2 years.
There's a couple of providers out there at the moment that are doing white labeling, so that you pay like a $200 fee, and they'll let you customize the app, give you a custom domain and everything, so that you can never tell that it's come from another provider, and it looks like it's your own service. There are a few people doing that at the moment, which isn't a problem if you're choosing a good backbone. I mean, I know someone that's working on one deal at the moment with a backbone provider, and it looks a good one. But a lot of these VPNs are just coming out of the woodwork now, and always do due diligence before you go and pick one.
Yeah, I haven't. And I follow a lot of these deal sites, Slick Deals. I've seen so many new ones that I've never heard of. And they're running, cheap. I'm talking $30 and $40 for 2 years.
That's very cheap if you think about how much that is per month.
So I'm wondering, how would they to offer that service? I was thinking, dang, they have a lot of all the different locations, and if you have good speed.
Yeah, we've spoken about this before. Like I've said, it costs upwards of at least a couple of hundred thousand to run a really good VPN service. Just simply because of all the locations around the world that you're going to need to have unmetered, unfiltered internet access with at least 10 gigabit per second ports across multiple servers, load balancers, power distribution. It's going to be so expensive. It's not something that you can just go and buy like a VPS from somewhere and go, I'm going to start selling VPNs, because you'll get 2 or 3 users on it and suddenly it stops working.
Yeah. I don't know how they. I'm not sure. It amazes me. When I see all these popping up, it makes me think they're gonna be there and gone quick.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna grab all. It's like a money grab. They're gonna grab your money and then they'll be gone. And what are you gonna do? How are you gonna argue about, hey, give me my $20 or $40 back?
Yeah, you'll just get laughed at.
Yeah, and so we'll see. The only thing that I'll say that I did see Mr. J. Sergio posting on Twitter about Aldebrid.
Hey, that sounded good, eh?
Yeah, if you wanted Aldebrid, it was a reseller selling it for, what was it, $30 for 300 months US. or no, excuse me, not 300 months, 300 days. 300 days for $30.
That's
So
not
that's
bad.
a year and a month or year and 2 months for 30 US. But I don't know, how good is Aldebrid? I've never used Aldebrid. I've used Premium
Wait.
Eyes.
How many days did you just say?
300.
That's not a year.
Yeah, 256. Wait,
three.
three. Oh, wait, yeah. So less than a year. I was thinking 254, but
Math
yeah,
matters.
yeah, math.
Meth matters? Or
It
math
was a long time ago since I was in school. So, but that's still what's it? Real Debrid for me is $18 for 6 months.
Yeah, it's
So,
tough to beat.
so that's
Tried, tested, and proven, right?
yeah, and so I think I've never used Aldebrid to know how good is it. I mean, have you guys? I've used Premium Eyes.
I've never used it.
I've used
I've
Real
always
Debrid.
stuck with Real Debrid. That's it.
So
Yeah, I hardly use my Real Debrid anymore.
yeah, I use it. Look at now, everyone's going to be cracking on me with the math. Yeah, I
should have picked up on that.
Yeah, I didn't
Hey,
even.
everyone-
why was I
everyone-
thinking? I don't know why I was thinking 256. I kept thinking 256.
Everyone
So-
in the chat, shh, just leave him alone. He's going out. We don't want this to drag on for more than an hour. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
So let's see. Grindhouse says Aldebrid is actually better than RD now because of less users, stuff that's failed. Yeah, I think
There is that. It's going to be less saturated, right? But does it mean that you've got all the latest content?
I don't know. And well, to me, it's almost like, is it worth having as a backup? Because when I have two IPTV services, if
Right,
I got them at real good, you got them at a good deal.
$30 is the price of a meal, right?
Yeah.
So you can take a punt on it, can't you?
Yeah.
You can go like, do you know what? I'm not going to go to. I'm just going to make up some random American stuff now because I love looking at American movies. Carl's Jr. or Sonic or In and Out or Dairy Queen or whatever. You're just going to skip that this week and buy Aldebrid.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's curious. I was tempted to just get it, but I'm thinking, do I really need it? I don't really have any issues with Real Debrid. People
Well, you're now anyway, yeah.
Well, no. I mean, because I Plex if it's something lower, but if I want 4K, there's no way because I'm not going to download the stuff myself. So, and Blue doesn't download her server doesn't have 4K because
you don't have your own Plex going yet.
At home, I have a home one, but I just don't want to.
He's freeloading off everyone else.
I see.
I did get now I started doing all the music part. I started downloading and I put music on mine because I was like, it's small enough. I can put it on this external hard drive and it's not a big deal. But the 4K, I've thought about doing it, but then I was like, I have to hook up another hard drive to the thing to download all that 4K stuff, or I can just watch it through Real Debrid and I'm fine. And so, because I am a little bit of a 4K snob now that I have a 4K TV. Because before I didn't care. Now, I'm a little bit more picky when it comes to the episode.
That weather service in the background looks great in 4K, by the way.
Well, you can't see for shit.
However, your TV's on the piss, mate. You need to straighten it up a little bit.
No,
It is. It's on the piss.
No, it's on the piss because it's on. I'm picking. This is my antenna, and I'm picking up.
No. I mean, it's on the piss. It's skew-if. It's hanging up. It's hanging at an angle.
Well,
It's
yeah, it's
different
because
language.
it's because we're at the angle I'm at.
Hey.
See, normally I would not. Normally it is at an angle, and the only thing is it's at a small angle to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tara, by the way, Tara, I'm speaking the Queen's English. You will hear the Queen say things like, "It's on the piss, skew-if," and by George, what the fuck was that?
I speak a little redneckese myself.
So I'm trying to pay attention. I'm sorry. I'm watching. This has moved closer to me, but it's still north of the highway. So I'm okay so far. But hey, it's getting ready to head right towards the brewery. They better hurry that shit up. Because
So you're out tonight. Are you on the lash? Are you drinking?
I think so. Yeah. Me and my buddy are gonna go out. Me and
You're
Mike are
not. You're
gonna
not.
go.
Please don't five and drive. Get a taxi.
No. I mean, we're not. Well, if we go to the brewery, it's not gonna be go there and get hammered drunk. I got to work tomorrow, and he doesn't drink like that. I mean, we'll have a couple beers. His sister and brother-in-law are there. Just go and socialize, and then come home. But it's not. It's not going out and going to throw one. To tie one on. It's nothing like that. So it's going to be more of just. I like to go to the brewery because I love their beer. So that's my favorite. So let's see. I'm still looking at. It's still north of the highway. Stay north of the highway. I'm okay. As long as you stay north of the highway, I'm okay.
Any questions? Any questions in there? Because I'm not looking at the chat.
No, I'm looking at the chat.
I could be
Not really.
slacked off
I haven't
all I
seen
know.
it.
Oh wait, I gotta look at meteorologist is still on there. So
I could be getting slagged off right now, and I don't even know what's going on.
I will say that my new sound bar sounds really good when I have Dolby Digital turned on.
Nice.
And
Hey, are you using your Shield or as your Plex server?
No, not as my server. No, I have. I'm just using my computer. Just my computer.
I've heard the Shield does a pretty good job of it. I don't know.
Yeah, but I figured for me, I already have my computer running. My computer never turns off.
Right.
So just to have that run as a server, and whereas my Shield does go to sleep on occasion. So, the only thing on my Shield is I have an external hard drive that I plug in when I want to play my retro, because I have all the ROMs on little external. Since I ruined my other NVIDIA Shield by trying to swap out that SSD drive.
Shitty.
Yeah, 500 gig. It was the pro version of the Shield, and
fucked it.
And it was a break. The part that I broke inside it is a part that's actually soldered to the motherboard. So when I pulled it and that ribbon cable came out, there's no putting that ribbon cable back in, because it's actually manufactured, and it's instead of like most ribbon cables have two ends and you slide it into the motherboard and it's good. This the ribbon cable's in and it looks like it's pressed. So it's pressed into the motherboard, and when I was taking the old hard drive out, I didn't realize it was taped to the hard drive. And so I unhooked the one end of it and didn't realize it was still taped. And as I pulled the hard drive, and I was like wiggling it to try to get it out because it had like a little lip and all that stuff. So I'm getting around the lip and I'm pulling. I'm like, what the hell? And I realized they had tape across the top of the ribbon cable that was going into the motherboard. And what it did is it pulled that ribbon cable out enough that when I put the new hard drive in, it wouldn't work. And then when I put the old hard drive in, it wouldn't work. It was just like the light would come on, and that's all you got.
Yeah.
So that was that cost me what, $299 in 2015. So at the time they were running all those specials for $139 around here. So I went out.
That's a good deal, man.
I went out and bought them. I bought me one. I bought one within a week. It was funny because Blue's like, you have Fire Sticks, you got Fire Cubes, you've got 3 Android boxes. Why you need a Shield?
Because you need a Shield.
Because that's my Shield. I mean, do you understand? It's like, that's my Shield. I've had it forever, and it's so quick. It'd be like getting rid of her NAS, or not her NAS, her Nook.
Get this guy a Shield.
Yeah, everybody donate.
Forever.
Come on.
Yeah, I went for the NAS myself, but I went for a cheap one, but it seems to be doing the trick.
Yeah,
if I was to do Plex in-house, I'd probably get something like a knock. And then...
What's that? I don't think I've heard that before, a knock.
A knock, NUC. So it's a little Intel box. It's probably the size of... I don't even know how to explain what the size it would be. In the UK, it would be the size of a square cube powered socket. So probably about 3 inches by 3 inches. And it's just a little small bare bones computer that you can put like a 2.5-inch hard drive in, but then it's got USB 3 on it as well, so you can connect loads of USB drives to it. And it's essentially just a computer. They're so small. Gigabyte do one as well, and I think Asus do one. But they're about £200-300, but they're so small in terms of power. I mean, they're full PC, but they're just really small.
That's right on about the price of a NAS, though. You can get a NAS for that much.
Yeah, but the problem with NAS is sometimes is that you spend $200-300 or pounds on a NAS, and you've then got to fill it with disks. But because then certain NASs will only work with certain drives.
Yeah,
so
same thing with that though. You'd have to add hard drives to that as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you can get a really cheap USB 3. Couple of terabytes really cheap for USB 3, whereas internal drives are a bit more costly. But I mean, truth be told, if I could get away with the money, I would probably buy myself a Synology or a QNAP, NAS for house. But I everything's just online. I don't watch a lot. I don't tend to binge. The only thing that I've got a lot of is kids programs for my children, who literally want to watch Trolls or Inside Out or Moana or Secret Life of Pets or some shit like that. I just watch Netflix.
Or Amazon. Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I've got Prime, but I'll be honest with you, the content of Prime in the UK, it's really bad. There's not a lot of things on there. It's the same with the UK version of Netflix. I mean, I like to VPN out and switch to the US version sometimes because you guys have got better stuff than we have. Your licensing rights for certain shows are better than ours, and I think the UK is actually backwards in terms of streaming, because obviously Netflix came out in the States first. It started off as a DVD service where you just get like Netflix, you get a couple of DVDs and that in the post. We never really had anything like that. We had Love Film, which became Amazon Video. Love Film was send you a DVD and then you watch it and then send it back. But in terms of streaming in the UK, I mean, we're pretty behind. I'll be honest with you. Apart from the iPlayer, is probably the only thing that's of any use. But we just, in terms of content, we don't have a lot. We're quite shitty, and also the Netflix interface and the Amazon Prime interface is really bad. You need to know your way around it to be able to find what you want to watch really well. Because otherwise, you just what's on the portal in front of you is literally all they've got. But that's not true. They've got loads of stuff. You just need to know how to find it. I think from a UI perspective, it's just really bad.
Is it Amazon that has Sneaky Pete? Have you guys watched that yet?
Yeah, Sneaky Pete was brilliant.
I've been watching. I'm only on second season.
I just started the second season last night too.
I like it. It's like Breaking Bad.
It's really good. Yes, Breaking Bad was great.
But I'm saying it's a lot like, to me, it had the same feel, and then come to find out Bryan Cranston is like one of the producers or writers on it or something.
Yeah. I mean, my Netflix, for example, I'm just looking for Netflix now. It's pretty much it's just all Netflix original stuff. It doesn't seem to be much in terms of anything that I would class as like a breaking sort of TV series or film. I mean, they've got Avengers: Age of Ultron, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Suicide Squad, Lucy. I mean, Suicide Squad's terrible anyway. Baywatch, Ant-Man. It's just old shit. It's just not that good. But if I flick to America, you guys have just got so much more.
Yeah. Well, America's great. America's great.
America. God bless America. America, I love America. It's a great place to go. He's a good friend of mine. He's a great guy. Met his family, Yeah.
Let's look here. If the weather gets bad, I might have to go down to Charles's apartment.
Hey, Charles. Why? Why Charles's apartment?
Well, because it's downstairs, and if a tornado comes through, you don't want to be upstairs. I live in an upstairs.
Oh.
I'm on the second floor.
Oh, okay.
And as I'm looking at it, it's not looking good for TODD. Because, well, let's see. Hold on. So let's
Open the door and see what happens.
Yeah, if you open the door and there's a building missing, then you know that you're in a bad place.
And as I was looking at it, it's like I was saying, stay north of the highway, and it looks like it's riding right along the highway. The highway for me is like less than a half a mile. So
man, y'all gonna get fucked up now.
Gonna be a tornado. You better get a pot and a half.
Tornado can come along and blow.
Well, I bet you that'll be the most hits you ever get on YouTube.
Hey, I'll let it run. I'll let it run. Yeah, tornadoes matter, folks.
Tornadoes matter to you.
Hey, this shows you. I don't stop. We don't stop like that. This show doesn't stop. What, tornadoes? We ain't stopping this show.
What you want to do is open the window and just swear
No.
and be like, "Fuck you."
No, yeah. Look at Jade starting to freak out now. My dog. She's like, Dad, I don't like this.
Dad, I don't like this, man. I want to go home. Take me out, boy.
Yeah, she's like,
no, the only reason she's getting like that is because she knows she wants to go outside and have a shit or a piss.
No.
Before it turns up and kills you.
Well, what's funny is I made her go to the bathroom. Yes, honey, I know. I had her go to the bathroom right before. Jade, you can't get in my lap, honey. I mean, what you want?
I won't give you a lap dance, Daddy.
Yeah. Hey, Blue, would you come hold Jade for me? She's not liking the storm. Yes, honey. I know. Yes, I know. You don't like this. She don't like the thunder. So
I've just looked at Amazon Prime and there's fuck all on there. There's like shy. John Wick 2 is probably the most famous film on there at the moment.
John Wick 2.
Yeah. I need to go and see John Wick 3. It's supposed to be really good.
Charles went and saw it and he liked it. He said it was good. He liked
Charles
it.
has got taste.
Yeah, he actually paid. It's funny. I took him and I. He paid money to see it.
Yeah, because John Wick historically has always been leaked before it's been out the cinema, and it's always been a good copy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing John Wick 1 at least 3 months before it came out the cinema, and it was a flawless copy. It was a 1080p copy. Same with John Wick 2. John Wick 3 obviously dropped as well before it came out the cinema.
Echo, living room lights on.
You lazy bastard. You absolute lazy shit. You could have just got up and look,
I can't.
it's literally right above your head. You could have just like put your hand out. And, like,
There's 2 lights in here. Thanks. I mean, Jade, what do you want, honey? You can't get in my lap anymore. This is a 65-pound dog.
Chocolate Lab?
No, she's an Australian Shepherd Border Collie mix. More Australian Shepherd than Border Collie. Yeah, I'm losing signal. So, all right. Well, let me. I'm gonna jump off here and
run for cover.
Run for the hills.
I think I'll probably I'll go down there to Charles's apartment. Because if a tornado does roll through here, that's up. It'll take this upstairs out, not the.
It's
downstairs.
not gonna do any damage.
Okay. I
don't think it will. I hope it doesn't.
I hope it don't. I mean, it's just this is probably the closest I've seen one for me. Now that's Whitsett, which is near the brewery, and you can't see a tornado, but you see those low level clouds.
You're not going out tonight, are you?
Yeah, because it'll come through.
You're not going out now. You're staying.
Not this minute. Yeah, because it says it's showing hail. Jade. Ugh. Yeah, they're showing there's some looks like not golf ball size hail in Greensboro. That was but it was hailing there, but I don't see any hail outside. All right, honey. I mean, we what do we want to do? We can't do nothing. Yeah. So yeah, she hates thunder. And usually dogs can sense when there's a that barometric pressure change. I think that's a
good word for a Friday night.
Barometric pressure. That's because I haven't been drinking. Because you remember a couple weeks ago when Todd was trying to use words, and it wasn't going so well with the words.
And Todd was trying to use his legs. It wasn't going too well with his legs. I'm a bad person, I can't find my legs. My legs are gone. But Lieutenant Dan, you got no legs.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna roll up out of here.
Yeah,
I've been
be
going
safe.
for.
Go,
Yeah, I'm gonna go down. I'll go downstairs and hang out with Charles because if it comes through, if it does, I mean, it may just be. It looks like right now it's starting to rain and it's starting to come harder. If something happens, I'll be downstairs. It'll be this is the second floor of a 2-story building. So I'll just hang out downstairs until this looks like it's gonna be done pretty quick, and then I can get out there to. I need to go check the brewery out.
Important shit.
Yeah, the brewery. It's supposedly kind of near the brewery, so I need to probably go and check it out and make sure that
everything's still there.
Yeah, and if the power went out, that beer has to be kept refrigerated. I need to
You need to help them drink it.
Yeah, because it has to stay refrigerated, so we need to go ahead and get rid of it because don't want it to go to waste. So I wish they'd show me the radar again so I'd see if it's moved. Yeah, we got rain going on outside.
Right, well, I'll jump off then anyway. So
Yep.
I'll catch you later. Good luck, mate.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
Stay safe, mate. See you, Tara.
Thanks.
Yeah, see you later, man. I'll jump off too here, Dabs. Thanks for having me on.
Tara, thanks for coming on, and I appreciate the you coming on and hanging out with us. And sorry we didn't have anything big news breaking going on, but hey, you have a skin, and do you have any kind of time frame when you think that's going to be available?
Well, it's pretty much done. I kind of made it for Mod, so I'm going to see how much time he gets. I'd kind of, if he wants it, I kind of wanted him to put his build out on it first before I released it to the public.
Yeah.
I don't know what he'll change on it or what he won't. So he said I could go ahead and put it in the repo, but I'll give him a little more time. And if he doesn't take up making a build on it here pretty soon, then I'll probably throw it up. It'll either be in Tantrum repo or in the Electa repo.
And just to let you guys know, on the Tantrum repo, or you said Electra?
Yeah.
And when you guys want to find for the skin will be should be a folder for just the skin once it's available out there, correct?
Yeah, you should be able to go into their repo, and I believe you got to go look and feel, and then
look and feel.
And I don't know how many skins are in those repos right now, but if you're looking for mine, it'll be called Real Steel.
Real Steel, and it's really nice work. So, all right, girl, you're gonna have to get down. So we can go down to Charles's place. All right. So, hey guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for being in here. Sorry that we need to go take cover in case this tornado comes through here. And I don't know. I guess I could go outside with my phone and videotape it as it comes in, and be one of those folks. So, but thanks for everyone watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. And y'all be safe.
Now run.
Run.